real late start going back, man. Normally I'm back on the road by like 1 o'clock, so I can beat this goddamn traffic back in DC. The DC, Virginia traffic is crazy. And it's 4:30. So I'm trying to get through Northern Virginia before all hell breaks loose. I done got by DC, so I ain't doing too bad. But anyway, I'ma dedicate this video right here to my bro BC. I don't really know him too tough, but I just finished chit chat with him in the comment section because on my last, well, not my last video, one of my last videos, where I stated that I did my entire 72 volt upgrade to Frankenbike for under $900. For some reason, Mr. BC has a little hard time believing what I'm saying, or either, you know, he having a problem doing his calculations. And I told him, you know, that my 72 volt 50 amp hour, he can't even understand or fathom how I got a 72 volt 50 amp hour for the low, for the super duper low. ARBC, check this out. Before I had my 72 volt system on Frank, I had a 52 volt system, 50 amp hour. I was running two 52 volt packs, 25 amp hour in parallel. That's 50 amp hour, 52 pack. Check this out. When I went from my 52 volt 50 amp hour pack on Frank and upgraded to a 72 volt 50 amp hour, you know how much it cost me to go from the 52 to the 72? It cost me $70, bro. It cost me $70 to go from a 52 volt 50 amp hour to a 72 volt 50 amp hour. Now, have you figured that out yet? If not, let me break it down to you, homeboy. And I got a whole video about this. Reason why it only cost me that amount is because, and let me clarify this also before I get into this. I always slip up and say I got a 72 volt 50 amp hour, but technically my battery system is only a 70 volt. It's a 70 volt 50 amp hour. And reason why it's a 70 volt 50 amp hour, is because I'm still using those same 52 volt 50 amp hour battery packs. I'm running those in series with an 18 volt 50 amp hour pack. Now, you know, in series voltages add up, right? So yeah, I have a 52 volt 50 amp hour battery pack in series with an 18 volt 50 amp hour battery pack. You get it now? And yes, the reason why I did it that way is because I'm Cheap Charlie, even though my name's Chris. And I wasn't about to pay $2,500 or not even $1,000. Well, actually, even the Chinese 50 amp hour 72 volt costs more than that. But I'm not paying none of them goddamn prices. Now, Even if I would have built my pack from scratch, if I'd have built my pack from scratch, which I can do, it still wouldn't have cost me that prices you just quoted. You know why? Because you just quoted me some prices for some cells, some brand new cells. And let me tell you, I don't get down like that, bro. I'm Cheap Charlie. You know what I would have done? And I probably still would have made out with a 72 volt 50 amp hour pack for a dirt cheap. I would have did just like I did. And those, let me tell you how I got the second part of my battery system, the 18 volt 50 amp hour. I got that because I bought 236 volts from Jeru Garcia. Jeru Garcia has a YouTube channel. I call him the battery guru. He's the battery guru that sells the packs of 18650 battery packs, old e-bike packs and scooter packs. He harvests 18650s out of everything, out of computer packs, out of everything. If you check his channel out, man, the man got enough batteries to power a whole city. Okay? And yeah, they are used. Some of them not so much. Now, if you watch his channel, I don't know what type of connect he got, but the man got a serious connect, whereas though he gets pallets of e-bike batteries and scooter batteries. Sometimes they're used heavily, sometimes they're not. I've seen where he had a whole pallet of brand new bird scooters, and the bird scooters are those what you call them, 365s, 9x 365s. That's what the bird scooters actually are. He had a whole pallet full of those brand new from some city that they never made it out to the public. They never got used, and somehow he got a hold of them, and he was selling the scooters. Damn, you ready to make me mess up. He was selling the scooters, complete like that, or he was taking the battery packs out and selling the battery packs. That's what he does, man. He sources 18650s from everywhere, whether they're scooter battery packs, whether they're bike battery packs, whatever. The man gets his hold of batteries. And see, I don't mind running those used packs or those used batteries, because if you do your homework and research, those rental scooters, like I said, they're 9x365s. They use the best cells, some of the best cells. They use the top of the line Samsung cells. So because they have to last a long time. People are renting them scooters. They get charged up over and over and over and over again. They get heavily used. Some of them scooters, people break up before they got 1,000 miles on them. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's why I don't have a problem with buying used 18650s. Now, that's for myself. And anybody else who I'm dealing with that wouldn't have a problem with them. Now, would I build a battery pack and sell a battery pack to somebody with some used cells in it? No, I wouldn't. If somebody buys a battery pack from me and they want a brand new pack is what they're going to get. Now, if they want a battery pack that costs them 1/3 of the price of what they normally cost, then I'm gonna tell them, hey man, you don't mind getting a pack with used cells in it? I got you. And hey man, if you're a smart shopper, you might go for that, man. No, you don't know how many cycles is left on them batteries, but I tell you what, for the cost of what he sells those packs for, it don't even freaking matter. Now, those 36 volt batteries I bought from him, they happen to have been 12.5 amp hour packs. Is that what they were? 12.5? Let me get it right. Yeah. They were 12.5 amp hour packs. 36 volt packs. And guess how much I paid for them? And they had the Samsung cells in them. I can't think of the numbers right now. But it's one of the best Samsung cells out. So basically that pack, he was selling them for $1 per cell, man. Can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I bought 2 of those 36 volt packs. And what I did was, you go watch the video, I cut those packs in half electrically. One 36 volt pack, if you cut it in half electrically, gives you 18 volts. Okay? So out of 2 packs, I made 4 18 volt packs. 4 18 volt packs, 12.5 amp hour. So do the math on that. 4 18 volt packs, 12.5 amp hours in parallel gives you 50 amp hour. 12.5 plus 12.5 is 25. Another 12.5 plus the 12.5 is another 25. Add those up, that's a 50 amp hour. Now, I took those 4 packs, I connected them together to make one large 18 volt 50 amp hour pack. Then I took my 52 volt packs, disassembled them, took them apart, bridged them together with the 18 volt packs, and I then had a 72 volt 50 amp hour battery pack, and it cost me $70 to go from my 252s up to a 72. You with me now? Okay. And I already had the 252s, so that didn't cost me shit. I already had them, you know, and I wouldn't include them in the cost because, like I said, I already had them. Now, if you want me to include them in the cost, I can, and I didn't pay full price for those packs. One of those packs came with a scooter that I had that I took that out of, and then the other pack I bought from the same wholesaler that sold me the scooter. He happened to have one of those batteries laying around that wasn't doing nothing, and I gave him like $250 for that. So he sold me a 52 volt 52 volt 50 amp hour for $250. But like I said, that was way back, so that's why I didn't include that in the price. Now, you would be really surprised to hear that I don't even have $1,800 in my entire build, including the bike. Let me tell you how I got the bike. And the bike was basically brand new. It was so brand new that it still had the little rubber needles on the tires. That's how I knew it was. I think the bike had like 75 miles on it. And that's because a guy in DC bought the bike, and he lived in an apartment complex on the 3rd floor. So he never took his bike all the way up 3 flights of steps. He would take his battery up to his apartment, charge his battery. So one day he dropped his battery pack down the steps and it tumbled down the steps far enough that it broke the battery pack open, where all his batteries had fell out the pack, 1860 50s everywhere. So he called Zugo, and Zugo told him it would be $1,100 for a new 52 volt battery pack. Or 40, matter of fact, it wasn't even a 52 volt battery pack, because they come with a 48 volt pack. Zugo wanted $1,100 for the stock battery pack. So he was like, hell no. And come to find out, his rental insurance covered the cost of his e-bike. Don't ask me how he pulled that off, but he pulled it off. His rental insurance paid for an entire whole nother e-bike. So, that being said, he sold me his Zugo for $450 because he figured it was going to cost me $1,100 to get a replacement battery, not knowing that he could have bought a 52 volt or a 48 volt battery pack from anywhere. From anywhere. I don't know why people think they got to get the proprietary pack from the whatever factory and replace it with that. But yeah, he was thinking that, the bike was pretty worthless without the battery pack. So he sold me the bike for $450. So we both made out because he got a brand new bike and I got a brand new bike for $450. So there it is, $450 right there. That's what it cost me to get the bike. So let's go ahead and add that 52 volt in there that I paid $250 for. So we at $700. So let's go ahead and throw in the 236 volts. We at, and I'm rounding it up, we at $800. We had $800. So then my 72 volt modification consists of not running MB Power direct drive or a QS 273 direct drive. I got a 1500 watt direct drive Chinese motor that comes with the 1500 watt conversion kit that you buy on Amazon. I bought a 1500 watt conversion kit, fat bike conversion kit from Amazon. I think I paid $359 for that kit. I used everything out of I didn't use anything out of that kit but the motor. The motor was the only thing I used out of that kit. And I didn't use that motor as is. It's a 1500 watt motor. First thing I did was took the motor apart, upgraded the phase wires, because that little 1500 watt motor, because it's only a 1500 watt, the phase wires only had little 18 gauge, little skinny 18 gauge phase wires on it. So I upgraded those to 10 gauge wire, which basically is the only real significant difference between the 1500 watt kit and the 3000 watt kit. Yeah, it may be wound, it may have a couple more windings in the 3000 watt kit. I don't even really think so. I honestly think the only difference is the phase wires. That 3000 watt kit, yeah, it comes with heavier phase wires, because it's running more current. 3000 watts requires more current. So anyway, there's that. So all right, let's round that up to $400, even though I said it was $350 something. So 800 and 400, that's $1,200. My bike is $1,200. Now, I bought some accessories, some flashing lights. I bought a twist throttle, some new brake pads, phone holder, rear view cam, some other little accessories. So yeah, I got about 1,500 bucks in my whole bike, and it's well over a 40-mile-per-hour bike. So yeah, there's that, bro. My 40-mile-per-hour, 50-amp-hour, 72-volt Zero Rhino, what do they call those kind of bikes? Scrambler. It's a Scrambler e-bike. Cost me 1,500 bucks approximately. Maybe a little more. Like I said 18 because since then I've replaced tires on it, some other little minor stuff. Got a super capacitor on there, or I call it a super capacitor. It's a stiffening cap on there, and I don't know. I'm just I've been rounding up the whole time, but honestly, if I round down, yeah, Frank cost me probably around $1,400 everything. So, bro, that is how I Frankensteined a 40-mile-per-hour e-bike, and that's why his name is Frankenbike. Okay? Now, if you want to know exactly what all parts exactly, I forgot one thing. I didn't use the controller out of that kit. I bought another controller. The controller that I bought, I forget the name of it, some Chinese controller, but it's a pretty good controller. But it was only cost me 80 bucks. It's a 50-amp controller. And one good thing, it's a real 50-amp. It's 50-amp RMS, not no 50-amp peak, nothing like that. 50 RMS amps, and I think it's like 90 peak. So yeah, I forgot about the controller. So basically that's it. I don't think I forgot anything. Yep. So that's how Frankenbike came to be. And that's why I call him Frankenbike. Because I pieced him together. I don't believe in spending a whole lot of money on nothing, bro. Everything I got, I get for the low. You know? I got 3 old school Mercedes Benzes, an E55, an E500, and an S500. And I didn't pay more than $2,500 for all 3 vehicles. Because I bought all 3 vehicles, all 3 of them had an issue when I bought them. And I fixed them, DIY'd them all. I could go over each one of them, but that ain't even necessary no more. But let's just say all of them are worth, if I add them all up now, they all should be worth a total of maybe about 30 grand now, because they're all worth about close to 10 a piece now. But like I said, I got them all dirt cheap, because all of them were quoted outrageous prices to repair from Mercedes-Benz dealer themselves. For instance, the S500. The S500, the owner was quoted $6,500 because of a bad airmatic. Car sat low to the ground. And I explained this in another video. Mercedes-Benz wanted $6,500 because they're going to replace the entire airmatic, compressor, airline, 4 airbags, everything, when it was only 1 rear air strut. I got the 1 rear air strut from Amazon, where I get everything from, for $150. I got that car. The lady wanted $2,000 for that car, but she was moving. She was moving in 2 days and had to get rid of the car. I told the lady that, hey, car ain't worth nothing for me. I give you what they'll give me for it at the junkyard, which is scrap value, about $350. She didn't take the $350, but she took $450. That was the only thing wrong with the car. That's it. Bad aromatic. Motor, engine, transmission, everything fine. $350. Let's say $500 altogether after I bought the airbag. That car is now worth $10,500. 2004 S500. I got an E500. That one, almost similar situation. Mercedes-Benz quoted that owner basically almost the same price, $6,000. $6,000 told the guy he had a bad transmission, was going to need a whole new transmission. $6,000. I got that car for $1,000. $1,000. It was in immaculate condition. 99,000 miles. The only thing was wrong with that car was the conductor plate. The conductor plate in the transmission. The conductor plate, for those who don't know, is a little circuit board that it works the transmission. It switches the gears and everything. It has a speed sensor in it. So when the car gets to certain speeds, it moves the little pistons and everything, and it shifts the gears. It's the electronic little circuit board. That was $250. Got that off of Amazon. Fixed that. So that one was $1,250. I'm not even gonna go over the E55. But yeah. I get stuff for the low, bro, and I fix it. I buy stuff broke and I repair it. Especially if I know it's repairable. Now, let's say with that E500, I knew it wasn't a bad transmission. The guy let me drive the car. And he was like, man, it won't do over 60. It wouldn't do over 60 because it was in second gear and it wouldn't switch out of second gear. That's called limp mode. The car was in limp mode. You could manually switch the gears. He didn't see that when he let me test drive it. And I could manually shift the gears. So I knew the transmission wasn't bad if I can manually shift the gears. But I played up with it. I was like, okay, all right, I'll get the transmission fixed. Gave him $1,000 and drove the car home, manually switching the gears. The next day, got the conductor plate and had an E500 for the low. That's a 2003. Anyway, man, that's what I do, bro. I fix shit. Get shit for cheap like that. I'm not trying to carry it like a big shot, like I got heaps of money, because I don't. But I save heaps of money, and that's what I do. Alright. Wow. 30 minutes. Every video I make is 30 minutes. For some reason, it takes 30 minutes for me to say what I gotta say. Alright, y'all. Deuces. This is my ride home video. Y'all have a good one. Peace. I'm out.